we're back discussing tonight's file, and we're really honored to have with us Professor Dr. Nevine Nakhla, Professor of Business Administration. Thank you so much, Dr. Nakhla, for being here with us on Wednesday debate.
Thank you so much. Very honored.
Thank you. Well, as stated in a report, a recent Globe-ranked forecast is placing Egypt as the 7th most powerful country globally by 2030. And the country has been, Dr. Nakhla, doing a lot in that regard in order to meet the objectives of the 2030 vision under the leadership of His Excellency the President. Egypt has managed to maintain internal stability, and this has provided also incentives for further investments.
Yes, of course. First of all, we should really appreciate and thank the vision of His Excellency, our beloved President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and all his political will and all the ministries in this Vision 2030, which is very much aligned with the international and the global vision of sustainable development and even the Africa 2063 vision. We saw that Egypt in between, as the report showed, Egypt in between a lot of things happening around us, around the world, and around our borders as well. We saw that Egypt is standing still, standing tall, and this is because of the very smart and very visionary and wise different and very multi-strategies. Multi-strategies under the Vision 2030. We saw that Egypt is taking the part of mediator, policy mediator, and a friend to all countries, very stable policy. We saw that Egypt is diversifying a lot in the investment and in the building of the country. The diversifying in the infrastructure, diversifying in the ports, in the logistic hubs, in the corridors from dry ports to seaports, the diversification in the investment and the economic reform, also even diversification and very wise in the trade relations. We saw how Egypt in the trade relations, different trade relations, and we want to congratulate even Serbia. The parliament just approved the Serbia trade agreement, the AFCFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Agreement with 54 countries. Of course, the Euro 1, a lot, the COMESA, all these agreements are also very wise and made our country really standing tall in between so many international things happening.
Yes, definitely. And from your words, taking it here, standing tall, yes, we've been standing tall and promoting various incentives and working on the infrastructure, on creating a cultural hub, Egypt becoming a cultural hub, logistical hub on the other side. One of the projects that has been recently very much transformative and has changed the quality of life for Egyptians was, of course, Haya Karima, the Decent Life initiative that had really made a difference in the quality of life for Egyptians. Yes,
Decent Life initiative is the greatest and the biggest initiative in the world. For human support and a decent life for a lot of people. The Decent Life initiative, we saw phase 1 has finished, phase 2 is working, and it targeted around 60% of the country. And we saw that in Decent Life initiative, with the economy, the transformation in the infrastructure, the transformation and the building of the new cities, the building of the even a lot of things happening in the everywhere in Egypt. And we saw that Decent Life initiative is not only a physical infrastructure. No, it was also a human capability and human building of a lot of capacity building for human living in these villages in rural areas. And also we saw that in Decent Life initiative, the infrastructure was giving also equality. Equality to the breadwinning women, equality to youth, equality and bridging the gap between the city and the rural areas, between the city and the cities on the border of Egypt. We saw that clean water, clean sanitation, we saw that internet availability, exactly the same internet availability as the cities like Cairo and Alexandria. We saw that electricity and power lining of the canals, even the visual of the Decent Life villages,
yes,
bridging the gap between our rural and our villages and the urban. So this is great, and not leaving anyone behind.
The sense of inclusion is very important.
Exactly, and this is also very respectable because it is following global SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, poverty reduction, women inclusion, equality, name it. All the 17 Sustainable Development Goals are really achieved under the Decent Life initiative.
Yes, and as you've said it, Egypt standing tall, Egypt continues to shine brighter and brighter. There has been recognition in more than one newspaper and also in the international press, like the New York Times, like the Washington Post, all hinted to the transformative efforts in Egypt and how Egypt was capable to convert the desert expanses into thriving zones today of diversification and also of innovation. And innovation is key here. It's the magic word. How can we be quite innovative in our practices?
Innovation equals youth.
Yeah.
And Egyptians, we have a big asset called our young population and our youth.
Treasure, our treasure.
Our treasure. And they are not the beneficiaries. They are the co-authors. They are the future. 60% of our population is less than 30 years or 27 years old. And making the desert green and building new communities is not only allowing sufficient food for Egypt and making like the wheat sufficient, a lot of food and a lot of exporting from Egypt with plantation to these deserts. Not only that, but also is job creating, creation of jobs for youth with the innovation, with sustainability, with the green economy, with the circular economy, with the no waste, zero waste, recycling and using of all the waste in recycling and in doing manufacturing things and doing things. So this is a great thing. I think there is one of the initiatives is the 1.5 million Faddan initiative, and planting all this is building new communities, and this is our new government. Our new government with equality, with innovation, with the technology, with the sustainability, and of course the solar energy. That we are very fortunate and very lucky in Egypt to have the sun all year long, and this is also using the new technology and the innovation in plantation. This is a pride. It
is a pride, and a pride also is to guarantee the fact that we have food security. This is considered to be among the main objectives actually, and of the vision for 2030 for Egypt. our economic diversifications also is considered to be on top of the list. The youth and the role in development, as you have just mentioned and put it this way, the role in political awareness, and this is also very important as we are approaching the Senate elections.
Yes.
How to let them, of course, be quite aware and be part and parcel of the decision-making process.
If we talk about the Senate elections this year, there is a very remarkable thing that a lot of youth are included in the Senate elections.
Mm-hmm.
And I see personally that I was just talking to one of the youth that is in the Senate elections.
Running. Mm-hmm.
And she was saying I was very amazed to be one of the Senate running election, but I see that this is opening doors for also innovation, for technology,
Mm-hmm.
for the view, we were saying that 60% of the population are youth, and we are a young population. So also this will open the door for them to be the co-authors and to be the future planning and putting their dreams to be true.
Yes.
And also this will open the door for other youth in different positions, name it, private, entrepreneurship, social, even service. So this is a very remarkable and very respectable step to have a lot of youth in the Senate election.
Yes, definitely. Well, Friday, August the 1st, 2025, marks the first day of Senate elections for the Egyptians abroad, with the political and party landscape in Egypt undergoing definitely a transformative participation in the elections. And Egyptians abroad are actually playing a very important role in that respect. And at the time of elections, we could find this patriotic sense overwhelming, this sense of bond with the homeland, this sense of dreams of the roadmap for the coming stage. So a very important role, Dr. Nevine, played by Egyptians abroad in the Senate elections.
Yes.
On Friday, which is going to mark a big day starting August 1st, yes.
Yes, it's a very remarkable day as well. We have 14 million Egyptians abroad. Mm-hmm. And we have 100, if I'm not mistaken, 121 countries with something like 136 election places abroad. And if you're talking about 14 million Egyptians, the feel of belonging, I want to tell you that we have a lot of relatives, and all of us, we know people abroad. And the feeling of belonging and the feeling of their role to go, and the bond, yeah. It makes them very proud.
And it sends many signals, actually, many messages to the whole world. Yes. It's a scene that is worth of respect and pride.
Very much. And also it sends a signal that their voices matter. And each voice of our Egyptians abroad is very respected in their country, and they are really building the political will with the Egyptians inside the country. Mm-hmm. So congratulations, and I hope it's a festival day.
It is going to be actually a festive occasion, but an occasion that is always bringing Egypt, what an occasion to market Egypt globally as well, branding Egypt globally through this respected scene at the upcoming Senate elections. The President, Dr. Nevine, always casts Egypt and sees Egypt as central to regional stability, and His Excellency is working very hard to achieve the 2030 vision, and among the main pillars is achieving this peace and sense of regional stability. Egypt at the heart and in the center of that. So supporting the different sectors, how do you see that is considered to be quite crucial to the national development.
Yes. If we look to Vision 2030, which is also very much aligned with the international SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and the Africa 2063, we see that the pillars of the Vision of 2030, there are 10 pillars in this vision, covering all sectors, covering energy, covering infrastructure, covering education, covering health, covering sustainable plantation, green energy, solar energy. I mean, so His Excellency is not missing one sector. And as we say, for an aeroplane to fly, it has to have the two wings very equal and very stable. And His Excellency is really making our plane fly by taking care of each and every sector, and also taking care of each and every segment. We have a lot of initiatives for youth, a lot of initiatives for the youngest, for newly married and new mothers, a lot of initiatives for the women breadwinning, for the villages, for the cities, for the youth, for the entrepreneurs, for business people, for foreign direct investment, which is making job creation. So this is all a multi-vision, a big strategy with multi-vision that is tackling all the 10 pillars under our Vision 2030.
Yes, this multi-vision, multifaceted, and Suez Industrial Zone is definitely attracting attention from global economies, seeing investments on behalf of China, Russia, as well as the States. So it has become a hub for attraction if we're talking foreign direct investment, and has become also like what we call a shipping artery. How can we make this sense of transformation through this important injection into our economy and the world-class industrial platform that we are seeing at the zone?
The zone is a symphony.
It's like an orchestra.
It's an orchestra. The zone now, different countries are asking to have a bigger place in the zone. The zone is branding our country and branding Egypt as a real logistic hub and a real connecting hub, connecting Middle East to Africa, to Europe, to Asia.
Artery. It's an artery that is like bringing the global economies together in the heart of Egypt.
In the heart of Egypt. Also, we saw that Egypt has made 6 ports, 4 industrial economic areas and industrial areas. We have 7 corridors connecting the ports with the dry ports like 10th of Ramadan, with the seaports in Alexandria and Damietta and even El Arish, and even we saw the fast railway. We saw the connectivity in Egypt. And if we talk about the CS zone, the Suez Canal economical zone, it has different industrial areas, and it is divided by sectors and by priorities. You have the pharmaceutical, you have the Egyptian cotton, you have the agricultural. So I mean the division also of the sectors is a gateway for us to brand Egypt as really a logistic hub. Also building new communities near the CS zone is amazing, with a lot of youth and a lot of entrepreneurs. The zone is allowing entrepreneurs and allowing SMEs, small and medium enterprises, also to have value chains. So the zone is seeing a facilitation for foreign direct investment, the one-stop shop for license, the one-stop shop for all, even infrastructure, if you want electricity.
And transport infrastructure as well, expansion
exactly.
is definitely adding weight and accelerating industrialization.
Exactly.
This is also another important point that has happened under his leadership. Well, we're framing more the Egyptian infrastructure, anchoring the different platforms, bringing bridges. Africa, let us not forget that we have lots of contributions on behalf of the African countries and investments.
Of course.
Egypt's investments in Africa.
Yeah, of course. We have in Tanzania, for example, the dam. We have logistic hubs also in different African countries. A lot of trading. And also under the AFCFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, it is allowing us to trade with zero tariff in 90% of our products. Each country, category A is 90% of their products is zero tariff by January 2025. So all this is putting us in the heart of the continent and branding Egypt as a big logistic hub.
Yes, definitely Egypt as a leader in the mega development projects, new projects undertaken also in the North Coast. And this is another transformative level that is cementing actually Egypt's position as a regional pioneer in that respect.
It's true. We saw that the North Coast has attracted billions of dollars and attracted very serious investment. We have the Shams al-Hikma, and we have the other one, which is also al-Hikma, something al-Hikma.
Ras al-Hikma.
Both of them are building also new communities. If you look onto Egypt 10 years ago, we were all living on 7% of the land. If we look to our country today, we're living on more than double the percentage of the land that we were living 10 years ago. This is
yes, it has changed the map totally, also reflecting positively on tourism revenues.
Exactly. Not only tourism, also a lot of universities has opened in the North
Sustainable
Coast.
Investment tourism.
Exactly, sustainable all year long. Even with the new universities in tourism, universities...
Smart infrastructure.
Smart infrastructure and smart technology, smart...
Right.
Also the energy,
How has this
solar
affected
energy.
Egypt's global image, Dr. Nevine? We're talking about projects that has really transformed the face of life in Egypt, quality life for Egyptians, and at the same time, as we can see here, we can follow footage from the North Coast, beautiful Egyptian destinations. How, in your opinion, this has really made a difference in branding Egypt's global image abroad?
Big global image, and global image that is built on real hard work and real investment, and a lot of things that took place on the ground. I mean, a lot of hotels, a lot of universities, a lot of leisure areas, and the towers. So it branded Egypt as the new government, the new Egypt with all its technology, innovation, youth interaction, and youth giving, job creation, and also the beauty. We have a very special geographic place in Africa, and using this geographic place not only from the Mediterranean, from the North Coast to the Red Sea, so All this is also giving resilience to our economy and giving resilience to anything around us, because the diversification in the different portfolios and the different sectors of having the investment and having the beauty of our country. This is really very important.
Yes, definitely. Egypt in the heart and the center of the world, very distinctive. I thank you so much, Professor Dr. Nevine Nakhla, Professor of Business Administration, for coming to Wednesday debate tonight and highlighting with us the priorities in the coming stage in Egypt's Vision 2030, what has been achieved, and how Egypt is really standing tall with pride with all this, those transformative projects ahead. Thank you so much, Dr. Nakhla.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
Thank you. And I thank you, dear viewers, for joining us. That was Wednesday Debate, and I'm Taghirit Hussein. Many thanks for watching.